5 of the homosexual pulpit. It is not noble for a woman to desire to serve in a position of leadership in the church. You're going to hear all kinds of name calling whenever you see a woman in history or a woman in the church today that wants to serve in leadership. They call her all kinds of horrible things and say that it's not noble, that she should be happy just staying at home and doing the things that God meant for women to do. And by the way, those are noble things, and as women, we love to do those things too if God gives us that privilege. But that doesn't negate the fact that God does call women to do his work, and that's also a very noble thing. 1 Timothy 3:1 tells us that. It says, here is a trustworthy saying, whoever aspires to be an overseer desires a noble task. It's not an ignoble thing for a woman to want to take care of God's children. Okay, it's actually a very natural thing for a mother in the body of Christ to look and see the need of the children in the body of Christ, that they have a need for pure spiritual milk, and to want to give that to them. That is what a mother does. And as Jesus said to Peter, he said, Peter, if you love me, then you're going to feed these sheep. Women in particular have a heart to take care of children. It's the same in the body of Christ. They have a heart to take care of God's children. And so it says that's a noble thing to want to do that. Okay, whoever desires that task, that's a noble thing. So when you hear men saying, oh, only Jezebel wants to take the man's position in the church, well, they're the ones that are wanting to exalt themselves to a position of a pulpit. God's servants are not aspiring to the position of the pulpit. Right now, what God is calling all of the body of Christ, whether you are a leader or a layperson, he is calling you to be pulpit free, not to covet these positions of authority that these men are trying to grab, but to say that those positions of authority are not set up by God, and that we have authority to simply serve. So that's a noble thing to want to do that.